And we're live. Morning thoughts, morning thoughts, morning thoughts. Shout out to the people going out to work this morning. Shout out to the people coming in from work this morning. Let me turn my volume all the way up. Extra special, big up. Shout out to the people who work multiple jobs. I have the utmost respect for you. Shout out to my entrepreneurs, my stay at home moms and pops, my retirees. Shout out to the drivers, the Uber driver, Lyft driver, truck driver, taxi driver, food delivery drivers, round town and long distance truck drivers. Shout out to the garbage truck driver, the school bus driver. Shout out to law enforcement personnel, medical field personnel. Shout out to the AC people, technicians. Shout out to, boy, I mean, I don't know. Just shout out to everybody, regardless of whatever your profession is. Shout out to you. Shout out to every single clean hearted, good hearted person who wants good for others as much as you want good for yourself. You're a good person. Shout out to you. Here we are on a beautiful Tuesday. Nothing ever go on Monday morning for we because we went live on Sunday night to make up for the fact that we would not be here on Monday morning. There were hundreds and hundreds of people on the Sunday night live, and it was very festive, I must say. So festive that we tried to do a 1 hour live and ended up doing a 2.5 hours live. So that's to tell you, right? But anyway, those of you who haven't seen it, you can go watch the Sunday live and see what it's going over. That's all, right? Rash Jada is in the building. Rash Jada, big up yourself, says greetings, family. Is take it to them Tuesday. Take it to them. Me start out laughing already. Listen up. Just a little update quickly before we get into the topics. So, what's going on with me? I figure I make myself more personable to my audience. Call me a regular people. So, here what? The little washing machine that I told you I broke, here this debacle. Call me cheap. I'm a very frugal person. See? I used to see my mother use one bag of chicken and feed me for the whole week. And she had to budget her thing, right? So me learn from that still. You remember me telling her before, say, we used to have curry chicken Monday, brown stew chicken Tuesday, chicken soup Wednesday, fried chicken Thursday, baked chicken Saturday. That was one bag of chicken. She's feeding her three children and herself for $25 a week, right? Now, my washing machine broke down at the house. So I decided to go on Facebook Marketplace, and because somebody said, go on Facebook Marketplace. They have used machines there. I already told y'all, I spent like $1,800 2 years ago to get a machine because I had came into a nice little check. And I said, you know what? Before me got dash out the money or the foolishness, let me invest in things to make my house comfortable. See? So I bought a nice machine. The nice machine lasted 2 years. A $1,800 washing machine. A US dollars, me talking, not Jamaican dollars. It lasted 2 years. The machine kaputs, goes out. Me roll it down the street after the technician came by and said, $250 to fix this, sir. I said, okay. I paid the $250. He fixed it. Had to call him back 2 days later. This time, apparently, a surge happened, like when lightning hit. And cut out all the lights. And him say, well, the computer motherboard is fried in this machine, one of them high-tech washing machine there. So it's gonna cost you $570. 290 plus 570. I said, roll this ass down the street and put it on the corner so somebody can pick it up. I don't want it. Me I go look at cheap machine like one old one when we used to have. So I went on Facebook Marketplace. First machine I found. Went, bought the machine, had a long conversation with the person who I bought the machine from. We gelled. One old white man. When I pulled up to his yard, he said this is his third stream of income. In whole garage full of machine. I said, yes. He says, if anything goes wrong with it, you give me a call. I'll be right there to fix it. I said, ratted it come with all guarantees. Good. Gone on my yard. Hook up the machine. Pull up the machine, I close. Start it. It worked for about 5 minutes. It worked for about 5 minutes. It worked for about 5 minutes, and that is where it ended. So I have to call this man and tell him, say, hello, sir. Your machine stopped working like 5 minutes after it started washing. Him said, no, because we tested them, repeatedly. I said, listen, I just need a working machine, okay? Got you him old and fragile. Me never want to be too aggressive and make him go say, oh, it's the angry black man. So I was like, you know, I don't want to hear nothing from you, Ninja. Give me my money back. He was like, okay, you can bring the machine back, and I'll give you your money back. I said, damn right. We load the machine in the truck, take the machine over there next morning, give him back the machine, go back on Facebook Marketplace now, find our next person. This person says, I do this for a living. I just closed down my washing machine repair shop. So I said, okay, this is an expert. Roll up the theme yard now. 50 machines left on theme veranda, right? I said, this is an entrepreneur. This is a man that works from home and he's supporting his family this way. These machines must be good. Carry the machine, go on my yard, right? Hook up the machine. The machine wouldn't even start. Not even a light come on upon it. At least the first one, try a wash for about 5 minutes. This one, so I tell the wife and I said, could you plug something in that plug here? I'll see if it works. She went, she plugged her phone in. She said, yep, my phone is charging. The socket is live. Someone says the machine not working. So I call the brother. I said, hello, sir. Your machine is not working. Him said, what? What are you talking about not working? I just tested it. I tested it rigorously. Hey, man, I don't play like that because this is him start get aggressive now, you know. And he got eyes like these. I don't know if it's a health condition or what, but his eyes, I can do my eyes like these, but his eyes stay like these. So one time I talk, when him reach on my yard now, I said, listen, just come pick up your machine, please. And he said, oh, you can't return it, like bring it back? I said, no, you could come get it. And I'm not far from where you live at. He said, all right, I'll be there. But if I can fix it while I'm there, then you'll keep it. And I said, yeah, sure. I just need a working machine. He gets there, big old white man, turn up in my garage. See me, I look for myself. Like, I don't play about my stuff. And I put a lot of work into this. And he was looking like he was trying to intimidate me. So I started reaching, right? Because I'm like, I'm about to blow this man out my garage kind of thing. But him kind of see me do my eye them the same way how do him do him. And I stare dead in his face like this. Nothing wrong with me, eye them man. So them stare me, make them stare so but I'm matching his eyes. So I'm like, and when him done him long speech, I said, listen, I just need a working machine. Take your machine out. He said, I can fix it. I said, okay, I'm going to give you a few minutes. I'll go inside. Knock the door if you need me. Him in at the machine, do him thing. When I come back out, 5 minutes later, the whole of my garage wet up. Hear him. I can't leave this machine with you because I think I stripped the bolt. I say, yeah, right. The machine wasn't working and you tried everything you could to pass off this doodle machine to me and it didn't work. Could you take your machine and go? He was like, man, I apologize sincerely. I apologize. This time I come out with my gun on my chest. I said, I apologize sincerely, whatever. I said, it's okay, man. Don't worry about it. And he might try to give some long speech while he's pulling the machine down the driveway. I said, it's all good. Don't worry about it. I'm serious, man. I apologize. It's all good. It's all good. As he's talking, I'm just closing down the garage door. No, like when I sign off TV. So I was forced yesterday to go back to the store now, the official store. Those of you who live in Florida, you've probably seen this, Appliance Direct. So I ended up back at Appliance Direct. I say, you know what? You need to stop play cheap. Go actually buy one brand new machine. So I had to do that yesterday. It paid me so much, man. $575 for one brand new machine. This time, I walk in, I told the man, I said, I don't want none of your expensive machines. I don't want none of your high-tech machine. I don't want anything that have no kind of beep, beep, boop, boop, all kind of button on it, talk to me on it, weigh the weight and that. I don't want that. I want old style machine, right? Because those last forever. He was like, okay, over here, the cheapest one was $400 and something plus $100 and something for a 4-year warranty. He said it naturally comes with a 1-year warranty, but for extra $125, you will have a 4-year full coverage warranty. The only thing that warranty does not cover is if you scrape it up and scratch it up on the outside. Anything happens to it, lightning surge, it breaks down in any kind of way for the next 4 years. Peace of mind warranty, $125. I said add that to it. So it came up to $570 something. I'm gonna have a new machine that's gonna be delivered today. The dirty clothes that I pile up on the garage floor in there, and I had to do it. So I'm hurting. because I'm not the kind of person that like to spend money on. When me tell us I'm cheap for real cheap. Cheap. Or I would just say I'm frugal with my spending. You know what I mean? So I'm my washing machine drama that this morning, people. And I didn't go live yesterday because, like I told the audience on Sunday night, I've been going to these football games. My son plays football, but every game I go, Mr. McPickney, who he's on time for practice every day. All when coach want to practice on the weekend, he's there. Coach want practice on holidays, he's there. You know, he's the first one there, last to leave. Him help clean up the field and clean up the locker room and all this. Good boy. So I couldn't figure out why every game I go to, I'm mid there I buy 5 hamburger, 10 hot dog, 10 bottle of water and these things. My son now play. He's walking up and down the sideline, up and down the whole game. I said, this man ain't even giving my child 5 minutes in the game. This is not normal. So by the time the second game came around and I seen that happen, I said, nah, I got to go talk to this coach face to face. So long story short, I went in yesterday morning because the only time the coach could see me was yesterday morning at 8 o'clock. So I said, you know what? I have to go in, go sit down and talk to that coach here face to face because I know how some of these coaches are. So I went, sat, talked to the coach face to face. We came to a good understanding. It started off pretty rough. It started off as a dick measuring contest. I must tell you, it started off as a white man with all his insecurities and preconceived notions and misconceptions of a black man. And it started off as vice versa, the same thing on my end. You know, you could tell the walls were up. It seemed like we were about to tangle. And then it evened itself out and we came to an understanding just for the sake of my son. So with that said, I know now all his weak, you know, what the coach sees as his weakness. And I also learned that that's not the team he's supposed to be on, but he's at their game because they use him on varsity as a backup center, but he actually plays on JV. Now, he just turned 15. Ain't nothing wrong with playing on JV, right? But he was proud to go varsity. And I was over here thinking, oh, my 15-year-old made it to varsity first year in high school, which is a feat to accomplish. And it wasn't so. He's not ready. He's not ready. And all the things that the coach pointed out, I couldn't say anything because those are the same things I pointed out to him before. Because you need to work on this. You need to get your ass out the air. You need to work at bending your knees 90 degrees angle. The lowest man hits the hardest. The lowest man wins every time because you can power up through your leg, bulldoze through, blah, blah, blah. Him always a bend over like him at the 6:30, like him a running at 6:30. And him can't do that. See? So when him bend over like him at 6:30 now, you know, all I'm about to crack out a door, and by the time him get up, him slow off the ball. He's bending and coming up like he's 95 years old. And by the time he raises his head up, everybody is running all over him. Then he got to use like brute strength. And just because he's big, that saves him. But that's not how you're supposed to play the sport. So because they can't get him to do certain things, so then I relayed the message to him. I asked the coach, I said, hey, has my son ever asked you like why you're not playing him in the games? He said, yes, he has asked. Your son is very intelligent and he speaks up for himself, right? He's very vocal. He has asked us and we have explained to him. You see how the boy embarrassed me? Come and ask him enough. I said, did the coach ever explain to you why they're not playing you in games? Because last year they were playing you in the games all the time. He said, no. After the game done, me frustrated because mosquito bite me. Me up there in the stands, them, it dark up there, and them I play all 10 o'clock at night, right? Way out in the damn woods, in Florida here in the swamps. So, you know, you fighting mosquitoes, you out there trying to eat some hamburgers and some hot dog and watch the game and support the thing, and him not play. So I'm mad when the game is done. I'm like, man, I could have stayed home for this and come pick you up when the game was done. Why didn't you play today? I don't know. Did you ask the coach why? Yeah. What did he say? Nothing. The coach said, we have explained to him before, multiple times, exactly what he needs to strengthen up on in order to be playing in varsity games. So you see all them something I know. You see when you have picnic, beer headache. But another one is, you know, the lesson of the day for that is this. Be there for your kids, man, especially fathers. Mothers alone can't do it. And trust me, if a single mother have to go work and take care of picnic, and regardless if you're paying child support or not, she won't have the time and the energy to be doing all that, to show up to these games, to sit and talk with the coach, to see what's going wrong, you know, and all these other things. So play your position, play your part. And I don't do it for no accolades. I do it because I want him to remember that I was always there and I was his biggest advocate. See? So that's why we never go live yesterday morning. This morning now. Yes, Onika St. John, be active, be there, not just be able to say, yeah, I have 4 picnic, you know. Yeah, but when last them see you? When last you take on a parent-teachers meeting? Your kid's failing, right? Have you ever spoken to any of the teachers? Yeah, that kind of stuff. So, yeah, for dead. Anyhow, Rosalind Michael says, good morning, SouFlo, and everyone live is on early today. We'll catch up later. Have a wonderful and blessed Monday, everyone. Jesus Christ, Rosalind Michael say on Monday. Have a wonderful and blessed Let me check. It's Tuesday. But we do that sometime too. Oh, one more story before I go. Short story too. You know me as a country boy. So me, you know, if me eat like chicken foot soup, we chew up the bone, right? We chew up the bone. That's how we eat. We chew up the bone. Give me some good brown stew. Me chew up the bone. And when you get your oxtail bone in my ear, yeah, that's me. Boy, I don't know. I had a couple of drinks the other day. I was feeling pretty nice. You know, I was in the sky with the angels and these things. Feeling really, really good. And then I go share out some brown stew there. And I was eating and me start chew the brown stew and then chew the bone them, crack up the bone and why I forgot that the teeth them just get done. And that when you put on the veneers package, that, you know, things you can't chew bone again. So for those of that was an expensive mistake. For those of you who have done this or who you do your little teeth up thing and you try to look decent, you know, don't chew no bone no more. Don't chew any bones anymore. It's an unhealthy habit anyways, because bones splinter and bones go into your intestines. And me not lie, one time me chew up bone and the bone swallow it and a piece of bone turned sideways coming out. So I could not do for about 2 days. Now me I try to figure out why every time I bear down to poop, it felt like a razor blade was slicing my body hole. And I'm in the bathroom like I'm afraid for poop. I'm telling you, that bone chewing up stuff what we do, broke up with teeth them. I honestly forgot about veneers. It's a habit. I've been chewing bones since I was a kid. The bone juices. About the 3rd or 4th that I did, I feel something hard in my mouth. Enough way up here. So I was like, oh damn. I'm gonna spit it out. So one of the veneer pieces them come off in my mouth. But yeah, the bone and I couldn't poop for 2 days. It gets so serious. My beer down on the 2nd day, I say, you know what? Something wrong. If me not poop to them, I go to the doctor. Beer down hard to poop. This is a shitty conversation, but it will pass. Beer down hard to poop. Just use it as a warning. Blood in the toilet. When you know me tell you already say I'm a hypochondriac. So I'm like, Jesus Christ. Me have colon cancer. Watch out, me I bleed in the toilet. Me I look around for the toilet. I was like, oh God Almighty, why me? Jesus. I start talking to myself. Me I say, you know, this is a thing in life where you have to go fight through this and you have to go deal with it. I made up my mind to survive then, right? No lie. I take a mirror. I said, I want to see where I'm going up in my poo hole now. So I take a mirror now and I squat in the bathroom over the mirror. And I bear down. Because I want to see before I go doctor, right? I want to see what's going on. My body hole are rotten out what I go on because it when I say painful, you know. When I look, I see the piece of chicken bone, and I recognized it immediately. The piece of chicken bone turned sideways like this. It's not coming down this way. It was shaped in a triangle form, but it turned sideways like this, two sharp edges. Hit right there in my body hole, and I could, yes, me drop for the mirror, Audrey, right? I had to take it out. I had to manually remove it. Now, all my nurses and CNAs, you don't know what I go on. That's why I used to love calling this one particular nurse every time this one patient was impacted, and she would be crying like she having a baby. Ooh. I said, come on, girl. You know, put your gloves on. You got to go in, because she had to. She had to go in there and manually remove the poop, right? See me? I had to go in there and manually remove that thing. It was right on the edge. So me just take it out. Can I tell you how relieved I was? It was like delivering a baby. That is my closest I've ever become. I've ever come to feeling what it feels like to deliver a child. I delivered that bone that day myself, but I don't know why I go back to chewing bone and see it there, broke out one of the veneers them, but it's okay. I didn't have my teeth shaved down like baby shark teeth. So if these pop off or come anyway, then I can still smile and it won't look like, oh, Ross, one of them teeth them missing or anything like that, which is what I wanted anyways, right? Still not even close, Audrey, right? Lucky there, right? That's all. Yes, lucky the bone wasn't inside of me, tearing up my intestines and causing bleeding, and me not knowing is what. Next thing you go doctor misdiagnose you. Next thing you're on chemo and all kind of something when you don't have no cancer, you know? A piece of bone in your belly. I tear up your intestines. So y'all be careful with that choke bone something, because a lot of us Caribbean people is just something that we do. With the me look for all my picnic them when them eat chicken leg and them just chomp around it and chop. I'm like, who wasting the chicken like this? Come me go yam them bone after after them done, you know. I at least finish clean it off properly. But anyhow, Ras Jada, Ras Jada, I have some lime and some fever grass and ginger in my cup this morning. I'm trying to alkalize my belly. Lucky it didn't pierce your intestines proper, Royal. Absolutely. So we're good to go now. All right, lesson in that one. Stop throw up the bone them. Them broke up your teeth and they're not good for your intestines. All right. River rafting in Jamaica, we're going to talk about that a little bit. A businesswoman was gunned down in Westmoreland yesterday. We're going to talk about that as well. Alkaline New Rules concert, that's on the table. The SSL monthly burden on Jamaica's taxpayers at $15 million. We're going to talk about that this morning, and Buju Banton says his piece on that. There's a young lady in Texas who got Ross in the side of her face with a brick, and she's on social media going viral right now because her face swell up, gone way out there, so like she was rubbing it like way out here, right? And she was like, nobody, all these black men were standing around and not one of them came to defend me. We're going to talk about that in a minute. Let me see. 69 taxi operators have been killed in Jamaica from January till now. 69 taxi operators has been killed in Jamaica. So if your family members are taxi operators, just know that they're doing probably one of the most dangerous jobs in Jamaica. But we're going to talk about that in a minute already. And there's a thing called Flipper said yes, but Mavado said no. All right. And that will come in under the Alkaline New Rules concert discussion. So I'm just going to run it from the top and go right into the topics. River rafting rub down in Jamaica, infiltrated by transsexuals. That's my headline for myself. Yeah, you heard what I just said. That's my headline for myself. Let me make my disclaimer before I go further. There is no any kind of anything against the LGBTQ community over here. No type of hate against any group of people is tolerated here, right? I don't play hypocrite, and I am one of those people who do believe to live and let live. I'm not God Almighty, and I'm not giving myself that title. I'm just here to find my place and my space and make an impact before I go. With that said, right, I give respect to everyone that way. And if you're respectful to me, I'm respectful to you. That's the kind of person I am. Now, when I'm warning my Jamaican brothers who are, because this did look like my dream job. I'm not going to front. I was getting ready to, I was talking about it. I even posted it online on Instagram. I said, yo, listen, I think this is a lucrative, this is a good thing. I even told you guys, I said somebody could run with this idea. A beer man missy down there at the river doing massages on women. The first person that says to themselves, let me go around, gather up a couple of good looking, healthy body females from the community and put your team together and say, listen, we're going to make some money on the river. 2 raft, 4 girls. Any man ride upon one of them raft here, him get 2 girl one time. It's not a menage a trois, it's a massage a trois, right? And then you're going to massage him head to toe, while he can look at the sexiness of your buff and all your fluffiness and these things, and just enjoy the ambience of being in Jamaica. I think it would sell because there are no women down there doing massages. Remember the caller did call in and say, a woman did offer him a massage down there, but it was an old woman. So when she offered the massage, he was asking, where is the masseuse? And because he's pretty young and he was looking for a young masseuse, and she said, it is me. I gotta be your masseuse. And him said, no, girl, no, it's all right. Me no want no massage. So imagine if it was a young girl, he would have jumped on a raft, right? My business idea. Moving back to Jamaica, start up my raft business, massage. Me no know. Shakira can't over this upon her own raft. Massage the man them. I don't care. Me I go massage the woman them. And we will champion with thing and build with business, right? So I thought. Certain things I'm not into. I'm not against people. I'm just not into certain things. Make we clarify. All right. So there I was, scrolling through the book of hell, which is Instagram. and here comes a brother who does not look like a brother. I don't know what we call brother. So he's sitting there on the river in Jamaica in a yellow bathing suit. I know y'all have seen the video by now. Yellow bathing suit, looking all. That's why I don't watch TV or social media and look at bodies and admire them. Damn, the body the fat. Yo, our shape nice. And me top do that long time ago. And the reason I stopped doing that long time ago is because you will be there admiring and then a whole man face turn around. And if that's not what you're into, just know, say you were just admiring the shape of a man, right? And you say you're not into man. Me don't want nobody trick me, right? So this person sitting there in a bright yellow bathing suit, here the Jamaican man in the background. Oi, sweets, come here now. Yep, you want a massage? Yeah, man, me do it free of charge. Yeah, give a nice rub down on them thing there. And the person kept saying, no, I'm okay. No, I'm okay. But you know when the voice they crack, no, I'm okay. No, like the voice going through transition, right? No, I'm okay. And then the person voice even out to where it starts to sound like, okay, it could be a female, but she probably have like a little frog in her throat or something. No, I'm okay. And the Jamaican guy that wanted to massage this individual was very persistent. Yo, gonna tag them, please. Tag them, please. The conversation you're gonna go deep. No, I'm okay. The person kept telling you, no, I'm okay. Then the person said on camera, if only he knew I'm actually a transsexual. That's why the person was saying, no, I'm okay. Because the person knows that they're in Jamaica where things can happen to you really, really bad if you play those games. I saw the comments in the comment section. Whole heap of Jamaican did under it. Jamaica, you gonna play that game there? Serious game you play. Remember me tell you that. People get dashed down there for way less than that. All right. So here is my warning to my rafters who are do the rub down. I see a girl yesterday tongue pan her backers and boy the man pat up the body and knead it up and next one skin out her leg them. So like she been practicing for this trip all along. Her leg them reach around her ears in a man. Beer buff the on top. This a man here rub down here so and slapping at the middle there. So I said they're having a field day. But me I wonder if that buff there is actually 2 balls. I'm wondering if that's something they talk somewhere. I'm wondering if him actually know where I deal with. Right. So I'm going to ask them now. Or I'm going to say to them now, y'all be careful out there. Because they're making videos now telling you. And them are sure with themselves at the river. So I don't know you want to look out for. They're there. They are there. That one in the yellow was being respectful because that one in the yellow understand the movements, the runnings on the ground, and wasn't willing to play those games and jeopardize their own life. So for the people now who are like this, if you're trans, whatever, let me just say to you that that's not the place to go to do anything like that and not inform somebody. One of them guys you see rafting, if you cannot openly inform them that I used to be a man, but I transitioned to a woman. If you cannot inform them that up front, and you think, let me test my passability, because that's what a lot of them do, right? They test their passability. Let me go into this environment and see if any of them could recognize, because I look so good as a woman that I think I can pass, and none of them will be able to tell. That's cool. That's cool. If that's what you want to do, that's cool. But just like how if somebody has a terminal illness like a STD that's incurable, and you and the person get together and you know things are getting heated, I would appreciate it for the girl say, yeah, my pum pum broke out in sores every 90 days. I have a thing that, you know, it doesn't go away, but with medication, it goes into remission and then it comes back out. Then, you know, the man have an option to say, I don't want that. Or I don't care. That way, at the end of the day, if he catches what you have, you can say, I told you. I told you from the beginning. I was upfront. I was clear. I told you, right? Right. Same thing for people who have AIDS and other kind of something, just going around freely giving it and not telling anybody until you get caught. Same thing with your, if you used to be this and now you're that. If you used to be an orange and now you're a grapefruit, or if you used to be a banana and now you're a peanut, no. Tell the people them. And if you can't tell them, maybe that is not the place for you to go. Get me? All right. Don't shoot the messenger. I'm just trying to save some lives around here. Because I'm telling you, it's going to get bad. It's going to end bloody. Period. All right. Raj Jada said, "Me not see the video. Show it, please, or drop it in the chat room." I think I should drop it in the chat room. Let me see. I saved so many videos where I forgot through the video them that's on my IG, because as I'm scrolling, I don't just scroll IG just for scroll IG. I scroll IG looking for stories. I'm not one of them people that sit around all day, just submerged in content on some social media platform. I look for things that I can engage my audience with. So I'm pretty sure I have the video right here, right? But me don't want to lose my story. You know what? I don't want to lose my story. Okay, it's open. Let's see. If only he knew I was a man. I said, rotted cloth. This not good. And if he knew you were a man, you wouldn't be leaving there. So don't go take no massage and make the man them rub you up and rub you down and you well, this is not it. Yeah. It's getting serious. It's getting serious. Let me see if I can find the I'm not gonna spend too much time on it. If I can't find it now, I can't find it now. But just to let you see, these are how many videos I have saved for discussions with you. See there? So if I can't find it in here, it's endless. So if I can't find it in here, I'll find it on my own time and I'll drop it in the chat room, or we'll show it at another morning thought. But scroll it, rolling down that river on that raft. I want y'all to be careful on both sides. I want the rafters who are doing the rub down and spread out and slap up body and rub down front. I want them to be careful. And I want the people who are taking themselves there to be careful. And don't go there trying to deceive anyone.
I wonder if he would have been so persistent if he knew I'm trans.
Hello, my lady. You want some help over there? That's not how you do it. She rubbed on herself, right? Or this person I rubbed on themselves. And I said, that's not how you do it. I'll do it for you. Come here, let me rub you down properly.
if he would have been so persistent if he knew I'm trans.
And you know, Jamaican man them stay already, right? When them say some red skin, light skin, or white skin, what them say? Not all of us, but some of them. They're like, oh, I have skin clean and pretty like Jesus, bath water clean. Girl, no, I'm not a blemish or bump or nothing more. Rub her down. Me rub her down for free.
So persistent if he knew I'm trans.
Hello, my lady. You want some help over there? That's what I call you. You go ahead. That's not the way. She's a big girl. That ain't no woman. It's a man.
Austin Powers. Somebody chopped it up to a comedy. That ain't no woman. It's a man's man. Somebody is with her or with that person. Somebody is with that person. Somebody is with that person saying, trying to tell the Jamaican guy, like, she don't need no help. She all right. And the person I rubbed on, see her rubbing, doing the own massage, and you see how persistent he is. That's not how you do it. Let me show you how it's actually done. If them say no, cut, because they're probably trying to save you. Right? But you know Jamaica stay already. One time them want a sale. Me pull up in some places at Jamaica where them sell pepper shrimps. And me want some pepper shrimps. And about 10 pepper shrimps people rush you one time. And you say, all right, me buy from this person. And all the rest of them buy something from me to no man. Yeah, the rain, when rain fall, you know, fall upon everybody whole stop, man. Buy something from me to no. So they're very persistent when they want to make a sale. And I understand all that. So Vicky says, "Theme voice gone viral." They probably dug a river and say, "Yo, Bubba, are you that? Are you rub it down that day there? No, lie, ya tell man. You rub it. Bubba, rub down this." I'm gonna stop talking about this because I realized something just now, and I don't want to inappropriately call anybody what they don't identify as. I live in the United States of America, so before me go too far and in comedy and don't realize what I'm doing, I'm gonna stop right there. So, all right, the warning is out. Y'all know on both sides now. Can't say SouFLo never tell you. Moving right along with the topic. The next one we want to talk about this morning still is this businesswoman that was gunned down in Jamaica. Let's talk about the Alkaline concert. I don't know why. So shout out to Alkaline. Alkaline did New Rules New York.
If he knew I'm trans.
Let's minimize that. Alkaline did New Rules. And New Rules New York. And the New Rules New York was very successful. I remember I announced it here and a lot of people was like, Alkaline are the only big name artist on it. Minango. Charlie Black, I think, was the only person, blah, blah, blah. Well, it turned out to be a huge success. Huge. And I love to see it. And I realize now that the code has been cracked by the youths them. So all those gatekeepers that used to bud up the youth them and put them on big stage show and only pay them half of the money, and then they don't get the other half, and big squabbles start, and then, you know, all them kind of something that was happening. I'm not going to mention any names, but y'all know who they are, that used to keep some of the biggest stage shows in Jamaica that have now fizzled and faded away. The youths have cracked the code. Popcorn is taking his Unruly Fest to the UK. What that means? It simply means he will be collecting his money in pounds. So if you have thousands of people that show up to your concert in Jamaica, then you might be collecting, you know, at a Jamaica rate. But if you do it in the UK, then you're collecting at a UK rate in pounds, which just means their income has increased 100-fold, 1,000-fold. Their lifestyle will be different. Their names will be out there, not only as entertainers, but also entrepreneurs and these kind of things. In my tech Alkaline idea too, says Vicky, we all learn from each other. You know, there are people who said them don't like me or them don't rate me no more. Yo, dog, we used to call SouFLoTV, Gaza TV, you know. Well, me see I big up Alkaline from day to day, and yeah, big up Mavado from day to day, and I guess they've been missing the videos all these years. because when it's clash time, it's clash time for me. Outside of clash time is music for me, and it's one culture for me, right? I have never been in a party. Let me repeat it. I've never been in a party and a Mavado song come on. I'm gonna say, all right, I stop dance. I go sit down now. When the cartel song them come on and call me, I've never done that. I've never been in a party where Alkaline music play. I'm gonna say, I don't want to hear that. Never done that. So why would I not wish them all the best and promote when they're doing good? If anything bad happen with them, me talk about it. So why me can't talk about when time them I do big things and good things, right? Seeing Mavado on Alkaline's New Rules concert, Mavado said, "Ah, like Jamaican them in here." Yeah, I'm say beer hand going at the ear, so and him say, me not talk about some pussy, me talk about some real bad man. Cause I'm bad anyway. Me not lie about it. When him said that, I said to myself, "You're bad anyway, but you're not bad at Jamaica do car. When last you go back there, so you know it kind of hurt to see the man have the big mansion in a Jamaica and these things, and he can't even go there. But that was a part of their plan. Because I remember one police officer said, I bet so we make you see the mansion there and can't come near it. And so said, so done. He can't go near it. Between Messi Masado thieving him money and them trying to bait him to come back into Jamaica, to his son being tried as an adult and catching a life sentence at what 18, 19 years old, catch a life sentence and all these other things. It does messy, but he's off living his life while his son is doing his life sentence. That's a whole nother story, right? But to see the New Rules concert, because Alkaline has done it in Florida and he did it big and it was very successful. He did it in Jamaica twice so far, did it big there, very successful. Moved it to New York, did it big there, very successful. The United States of America has 50 states. He can move that New Rules around. New Rules California, New Rules New York, New Rules Texas, New Rules this, New Rules that. It's awesome to see. It's awesome to see. And Finosa says a young youth who's mapping his way through this thing. I have to give that props. I have to give that credit. Now, at the New Rules concert, my board up on stage, there's something I stuck on the screen, so I go so and bam, 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 change it, go over here, so save the videos, go back into my archive. I one computer I work with, you know, because my other computer is at the shop. So usually I'll be able to just pull stuff up on the side over here, but I can't. So I have to work with the phone. So I'm gonna work with me. Everybody remember Flipper? I don't know why my brother did Flipper like that. Flipper went to prison for some time, did his time, came out. Flipper obviously has his citizenship for the United States of America. So I'm figuring it out now. Remember that time that one time them did printing at the paper said Flipper got caught jumping off of a boat because he was trying to sneak back into the US? It was all a publicity stunt. It was all a publicity stunt because him just doing time and came out and he's now on what parole? Him out on parole, right? So he's being a good youth and doing his business and all these things. Anyways, Flipper Mafia or Flipper Mogella, he shows up as Mavado is performing on stage, right? And Flipper was just trying to, me have to put the sound to it in a minute, but me explain first. You know you've been gone for a while. This would be the opportune time to show up on the stage. So Flipper shows up in the middle of Mavado's set. I don't know if Flipper money probably still long, so him pay some man and him reach on the stage or out of respect and them know him and him link style, whatever. So him reach on the stage of the Gully God. As him reach on the stage, you would think Mavado would like hand him the mic and make him say something to the crowd and say, welcome back, Flipper, or something. I'm pretty sure that's what he was going for. That's not what happened. Mavado actually turned his back on him and start instructing his audience to sing his own song. It was like, hey boy, how are you doing at the middle of my set? Yeah, come, I will send a youth up your man, right? So there was no big, that was the moment for him. And the crowd was huge. that was the proper moment to like be back in the game kind of thing. And Mavado denied him that opportunity. So from a dancehall perspective now, I'm wondering, did they ever have beef, or was Mavado just in the moment and didn't want to share his moment, right? Enough people are calling him all kinds of names under it. You're the boy, the Mavado, you know, Hagishi, man. Could have well and share the spotlight with the youth, man. All these other things. Let me show you. With the sound on, like I said, the concert was a success. Sita. No song? Wait. Me not like it. Me not like it. Hold on. I'm gonna play it again. But may I explain what I just saw? Flipper come out like, yo, Medea. And my brother was supposed to reciprocate and be like, yo, stop the music, stop the music. Flipper is in the building. And remember, Flipper, see me I know. The dolphin flip out. My brother turn him back game and then instruct the audience. Last night was the fast. I see Flipper, yeah. I'm back all the way back off, right? He never shared the moment with him. So again, with sound, watch. Like, I will send you up here, man. Try hug him. No. Watch him go over there, so. I like Flipper have a mic in her hand, but them cutting mic too. It look like he Flipper had a mic in his hand, right? But them cutting mic too. I don't know who give mic and I don't know who selling on the stage, but Mavado was obviously not willing to share his moment with them. As you can see, the crowd was huge. See? But yeah, back to we are gonna hear about it later. Maybe he was just in the moment. You know, sometimes you're in at the moment and you break stride and then you can't catch yourself again. It happened to me before. I'm in here doing morning thoughts and Shakira walking and I have on one little tiny panty and the way how the little lace them lay down upon the curves them like this and me just get like, yeah, so I'm confused. I don't know if I should get up and go do something or at least a rub down or you know like down a river or something. We can play our own raft games here or something, but me get confused. Some man break a stride sometime or woman break a stride sometime. You just get confused and you're lost. And I don't think my brother wanted to be lost. It's a top show, big show, thousands of people in it, but it would have been a good moment for people to recognize Flipper and say, yeah. Because in the comment section, I saw a lot of people also saying, Ross, Flipper come out. Him not there prison. Is when him come out. So not everybody knows that he served this time and he's out. And he's obviously trying to get back to the stage. But that was a straight up denial. Right? Sometimes it's about timing, main one said. Yeah. And sometimes it's about timing for real. And Flipper was off of timing. he was off of timing. Mavado wasn't having it. Main one say you can't blame Mavado if there was no pre-warning. Could have got caught by surprise. Mavado probably even is looking, but me not think so. Cause listen, if Mavado look on him right and him say, "Yo, me not know that youth here," cause he haven't seen him in years, and then him cut as you can see, walk back to security and say, who this? Who let the man up on the stage? Why am they beside me and perform? All right, yo, Flipper, come here. You know, you would have dapped him up and be like, yo, brother, come. You never know, say you, and carry him back out there. None of that happened. It was Flipper walk out. Flipper tried to get a hug up or a dap up or whatever. Mavado turned away from him. Can I tell you something? Last night was the fast, and and him said, and he stepped back. So that tells me that he wasn't willing to share his space with him, right? Something off. We don't know where it is. I don't know if they ever had beef, but we'll see. You have to pay for the moment. Did he pay? Veronica Gale said, that too. That too. Because, yo, some of them artists, I know them will tell you, youth, you know how hard I work for this. You know how much I sacrifice for this. You know how much butter me, how much floor me sleep on for this. Eh? And you want us come out and come ride for a man wave and come bask in my glory and my sunshine. You know, Gusta, you have to pay for the moment. This is my movie role, and you have to pay for the moment. See it? Yeah. You pay? Who you pay? I don't know. Could be one of those. T95 South said, this reminds me of Jay-Z when he was pissed with Lil Mama coming on the stage with, with him and Alicia Keys. And you know that to this day, they have not forgiven her. Because I watched Alicia Keys do an interview, and Alicia Keys basically, she's like, yeah, you know, it's like water under the bridge, whatever. I forgot. I've forgiven her. It's no big deal. But you can tell by that look in her face that none of us have forgiven her. And what happened to Lil Mama after that? As far as her music went, it was kind of like she gets shelved because them are big heavy hitters, those, you know. Jay-Z is basically one of those people in the industry. If he put an X on you, you probably ain't going too far. You know what I mean? Beyonce is Jay-Z's wife. If she put an X on you, you probably not going too far. Alicia Keys is powerful with Swiss, her husband, powerful couple. If they put X's on you, you probably ain't going too far. So Flipper was trying to align himself with a big star that night, and it just didn't work out, right? But big up to Alkaline. And I guess the surprise guest, and I guess the partnership now is Alkaline and Mavado. Like when you book Alkaline, Mavado is going to pop up, and that's a bonus, that's a plus, right? Alkaline was wise. He aligned himself with one of the legends, and from there, so it's out. Yes, he has the talent to carry it off, but Mavado makes it even much better, right? Not only that, I started to wonder, where is Jamil? Remember, I know them form a group the other day. It was Alkaline, Mavado, and Jamil, right? Where is Jamil? Elaine Brown, good morning, family. Where Jamil there? Where is Jamil? I haven't heard anything from Jamil. The last time we did hear from Jamil, it was Ahmad me, Ahmad out. And then he had gotten some help, according to his own words. He went into the wilderness with a priest, a Rasta priest. He was eating dirt and all these other kind of things. You know, he got baptized and then in moonwalk back out of the thing and all kind of something. So and then he dropped the album, and then people said it was a publicity stunt for his album. But he was speaking from a place of, you know, every time they asked him, what happened with you and Mavado and Alkaline? And he would give very evasive answers. And like he was alluding to one of them poison me or MVP or one of them poison me or something. So he was like, me not smoke. I'm in a drink. So nobody couldn't poison my food or poison my spliff or something like that. Only people close to him could have done this, that, and the other. And let's put it this way, I cared about people who didn't care about me, and them they want to sacrifice me and all kind of other something. That was Jamil, right? And then where's Jamil now? Haven't seen or heard from Jamil in a while. I heard a song from him yesterday, but it was an old song that was playing in a mix. Usually it would be Alkaline throws new rules, Mavado comes out, Jamil is there, MVP, mash up the place. Although I've never seen all three of them perform together. And I thought all three of them should have put out a body of work, you know? But it looked like the thing sour up and man gone him way. Lord. Anyhow, let's not step you late. Better late than never, my friend. Him mad out. No man, him did come back to Jamil came back to, he was saying again, him did have him senses and come back and do good interview and everything. I remember when he did the first interview though, after him split with Mavado and Alkaline, and I said it right here. I said, take a good look at Jamil. Look at him face. Look at his eyes. The eye them wild out and broad out and look spaced out. Him look frightened like him see something that he shouldn't have seen. All kind of something he was going through it. And he did an interview after that where he looked like he was incoherent. Like him couldn't string him words together properly, or he was fighting to string his words together properly. I said something going on with the youth here mentally. And then later on, he came out and said, yes, something was going on with him mentally. Me literally did a mad out. I said, see, I seen it. I said it. And it was. He has new music out, Virtuous Fire. I know. But well, new music after the album or off the album? Because the last thing we heard from him was an album drop. And I don't think the album went over too well because a lot of people were saying it was a publicity stunt that he did, pretending to be mad, capitalizing on the breakup from him and Alkaline and Mavado MVP and trying to promote his own project. And it just didn't work for him. I think that's the backlash that caught him. So nobody never want to really support the album. Them like, what kind of publicity stunt that? It's like, what are you the name? Casanova. I don't know if y'all remember Casanova. I've been on YouTube a while now. The artist who hid himself for how long and then he was kidnapped and he's missing and all these things. Nobody wanted to hear from him after he was found or after he showed up. People just write him off completely, and he had good music. He had a wave, he had a buzz, but the people was worried for like a week or so. And we're like, yo, you know, so if you're missing in a Jamaica for more than certain amount of time, boy, you're dead. Oh God, everybody, them kill the man, blah blah blah, and he shows up, and then the story start come out. So it was him who was hiding himself, and I put out news about him kidnapped and he's missing and held for ransom and all these things. And the people them just X him out, write him off. No matter how good the music that he put out after, nobody wanted to hear it. Everybody was like, oh, him again? Scroll. Yeah, scroll. Till him there's somewhere out there. He's probably watching this right now going, yo, me ma talk about, you know, he tried to reinvent himself and come back and he couldn't do it. I saw the reinvention and him still couldn't do it. And he came back with good music and still couldn't do it. And use the man toothbrush, Vicky. The man said, the man lock him up in a house and tell him say he mustn't have no girlfriend. And the man all use him toothbrush. I think him did a beard with him rag too. It was a big thing. And the whole always like, which man can lock me up in a house as a man and tell me about me can't go outside and me mustn't have no girl and him I use my toothbrush and a beard with my rag. I mean, are you man that? That are you man? Oh God, y'all go look up Casanova, man. Big up to Casanova, any which part him there, but it was a big try and fail still. Anyhow, madness. So big up to the youth them who have overcome, and now the gatekeepers who enough of them we didn't like from day one. Me not asking me, I tell you, we didn't like them. We didn't like them gatekeepers because we grew up with enough of them artists there. So we saw all they had to go through. And these people took advantage, right? So now that them youth there bust sweat and they cracked the code, they've done it even bigger than them old school promoter there. They wish they could have a New Rules New York right now. They wish. Let's take this call. Live on the air with SouFLo. Good morning.
Hey, SouFLo.
Morning, family. How you doing?
All right.
Talk to him.
SouFLo, remember, I told Casanova.
A two Casanova.
We're missing the next man when they eat the puppy in the food.
Wait a man, we can't hear him. I don't know if you have us on speaker or Bluetooth or something.
Are you hearing me now?
Yes, we're hearing you now. Say it again.
The Casanova that kidnapped himself,
Mm-hmm.
and also the Casanova where he eat the forbidden fruit.
He was the first dancer. That one that was the first dancehall artist to say he proudly bows.
And then the people then laughing.
Yeah. What the other probably, and I remember I couldn't even tell him the inner one blue shirt because that's all I remember. But when him come out and said that, I said to myself, no, wrong place. You can't do that. Me not hear no job. If you didn't hear anybody else do it before, don't come do it. Okay. I want to think about Jamaicans, man. Then we yam from Monday to Monday, but don't ever tell them say them yam and don't call them yammers and don't admit to ever eating nothing but fruits and vegetables and food. And that's it. So them lost him too. You're right. Big up, big up yourself, Carla. Manners. Yo, that's true. Them lost him. He didn't stand a chance. Him come out and that was his gimmick, right? Yeah, mate, the pom pom, warm to that. Yeah, suck to all this other thing. Whoop, gone. He did. The man never get a chance to even say, "This is my song. I can sing." Probably see him. I said, oh, what flapping at that youth? Because you hear the woman them talk, oh, them right pan body and all them don't care and them suck body and all these things. You feel like, say, as a man now, we are going to represent Jamaican man for the international. You know how long they have, Jamaican men have been holding the line in the Nile, in the front line in the Nile for decades now. You think they're going to give you the pass to come represent them globally and talk about, yeah, we are munchers and yammers and we are past that? No, bro. Too much man sacrifice, too much to make it look like they don't. So you're not going to come bust out anything anywhere, okay? And when them see you, them are going to see we. So that therefore and then, cut it off right there. So we never want to hear from matter of fact, we never remember how you look. Bye. Yeah, they kill the bad career before it starts. He tried. Yeah, Dorothy T says, big time. Them lie bad. Listen to me now. Listen to me good, okay? We don't name nothing. We're believe what you want to believe. We keep in-house where it's supposed to be and just left it right there. So I know something before we walk on broadcast anyway. Not true? Right. So left that there so. And they always over here on SouFLoTV. Now SouFLo call Mr. Shakira. Yeah, me know say you have that. Why would I want to discuss that with you? Listen how intimate those details are. Why would you want to discuss that with anyone? As far as you know, you never seen me do it before, so I don't do it. That's it. Moving right along. Next topic. Until you can catch me with my face tonight, like a police officer there. See, the police officer, so him face, he look like this, right? And half I didn't miss under the woman like this. The one where I talk about. So what it tastes like? she said, the man in a uniform, you know, everything, you know, yo. It's the man about him uniform and everything, you know, brother, you could at least take off your shirt. You could at least put on one white t-shirt or something. The man in JCF, Jamaica Constabulary Force, big right there, so I didn't check. She said, oh yeah, what it tastes like? He said, ice cream. What kind of ice cream? Rum and raisins. See, you know, like when pick their team sitting out that kitchen and get catching up. Rum and raisins. I said, Jesus, God have mercy. Watch this man here. So no, it's only JCF. Some of them do that. We don't do that. The rest of us Jamaican men, we don't do that. It's not in our MO. We don't do it. Leave us out of that conversation. Next topic, please. Thank you. All right, moving right along. So he was coerced. Yeah, he was bamboozled. She used Obia make him do it. It's a one-time thing, and him alone do it. No more we not do it. Matter of fact, we go Obeah man and tell them protect we, and then we pray to God and say protect we to make us never do it. We just don't do it. All right. SSL monthly burden on taxpayers, $15 million per month. Listen up. Yeah, Jamaica sweet you. All one time. Listen man, all one time things bad for we, you know. Things festive for we, you know. This is the reason why there is no other place to me in the world like Jamaica. And I've been to a lot of places. See, I will take all the dangers that come with it, all the everything that come with it, just for one day of eating good food and just laugh till my belly hurt me. And just that's my thing. That's my thing. Yo, we ever festival, you know, man. We ever trending, you know. Ever. I don't know if you ever traveled before and say travel from say Miami or Fort Lauderdale to Jamaica, and the plane full of pure Jamaican. You know, say a beer laughing start from airport, you know. A beer gimmicks and jokes and everything start from you reach at the airport in a foreign until you reach at your yard, you know. And that's just how we are. Then now I can't promise you safety when you reach. I'm just saying that's how we are. And honest and truthfully, most Jamaican people, they'll look out for you. They will look out for you. Until them find out so them can't get nothing from you. Then them don't want to look out for you no more. But that's how it thing go. Anyhow, moving right along. Highlights from Alkaline's. This is Alkaline taking a video with, this is Mount Vernon. Alkaline takes time out for a photo op with Mount Vernon's mayor, who is the first female and the first person of Caribbean descent to hold that position as mayor of Mount Vernon, right? And Alkaline up on the stage with her, of course. The video I forgot play over again, and you see the size of the crowd. You know, say I never not normal. It was a big show. It was a big show, and it's not Jamaican dollars they paid to get in there either. And that was them. I don't know if the voice and the noise was on the seam there. It's a good look. The youth has become an ambassador, right? He's an ambassador to our culture. He must spread the culture, and he's also a successful entrepreneur that's doing it big. And we have to give big ups to that. It's an after concert, and the people them still now move. That's how you know your thing good. I don't want to play the music in there because I don't want to be hit with a copyright infringement. Some mad performances were there. Jesus Christ. Even On Stage posted it, because this is on Stage. And On Stage was the one that said, Flipper said yes, but Movado said no. Watch it again when him come out. Watch this. Here, yo, yo, yo. How are you, man? Oh, God. I saw you go, yeah, Flipper. I saw you go. You were the man at one point. I think one of the craziest performance there was Tall Up Talented. I don't want to show it yes, but Tall Up Talented went out there and did her thing as well. Watch the crowd. She went out there and did her thing. And her thing, remember somebody did say I didn't know if Tall Up was a dancer or a artist. Hold off on a call for a minute. I didn't know if she was a dancer or an artist. If she wanted to be a go-go dancer or she wanted to be an artist, but apparently she does both, right? She dances and she sings. So it ended up one point in the performance where she was actually on her head singing. Woes be unto me. I didn't know that, them thing that was possible. I thought you had to choose. So she proved me wrong that you can do both. I guess, when somebody tells you say you can't be two things, and you say, yes, I can, I'll show you. And you go to school and you get a certification for one, and then you do the next one. Same thing for she. But it was that kind of a night. Charlie Blacks was there. A bunch of people was there that performed, that turned up the thing and made it what it was. So shout out to them and shout out to New Rules for being a success. Again, all right, moving right along. Let's get into the SSL monthly burden by taxpayers. Let me just say something before I go any further. Jamaican people, their love for their politicians, instead of holding these politicians accountable, they worship them. You hear what I just said? And I know a lot of politicians from Jamaica are probably going to see this and say, yo, who that you tell? I wear my top about because I'm stepping on your toes, right? Because I'm probably waking the people up to look at you and to say, you know what? I true, you know, I praise, we are praise him instead of hold him accountable. And if him don't do the job according to how he's supposed to, then we vote him out and put somebody else in. And we vote them out too if them don't do it too. So no loyalty to any of these politicians. Now, SSL, that investment firm, when news broke, Usain Bolt had lost over, was it 20 million US dollars? And when it first came out, people were like, sure, no big deal to Usain. 20 million Jamaican dollars is nothing. But the next morning, we found out it was 20 million US dollars. And everybody was back on front page now like, whoa, wait, what? 20 mil. Usain lose the whole lot of money, right, over there. So up till now, he has not gotten his money back. They have actually came forward to say they don't have the funds. Is it 11 mil? 11 million. Thank you, BM. 11 mil, a whole heap of money that regardless. 1 million US is a whole heap of money. 5 million is a whole lot. Most of us will never see. 11 mil, if that's the number right there, which I'm being corrected by BM, 11 mil. That's money enough we now go ever see. 12 mil. Reggae Girl Bento said. Whole heap of millions then. Let's put it that way. Because I'm in my next computer. See, that's why I like my other computer right here. Because while I'm talking, my other hand would be working. But yeah. They haven't paid this man back his money. But it's not only him. Other investors lost their money too. And haven't gotten their money back. Some people, and Usain said this himself. He said, I feel a way about the money. But for some other investors, this was all they had. This was their whole life savings. This was their retirement plan. This was their everything. At least him have other money, other places, right? Them say, hey, we don't have your money. We don't know who take it. We're out. Peace. Remember one time I did telling us that Andrew Holness had his money up there? Andrew Holness had his money up there. Andrew Holness removed his money from that firm shortly before everything went to scandal. That never raised no red flag or opened nobody eye. Okay. And then you had Minister of National Security Horace Chan came out to say the Jamaica Labour Party has never invested any money in SSL. And I'm looking like, okay. Andrew Holness admitted to having money up there, and the money was taken out before everything went to scandal. And now Minister of National Security come tell we say the JLP or Jamaica Labour Party has never invested any money. So who is Andrew Holness? Isn't he the head of the Jamaica Labour Party? Right. So him did have money in there. And him take out the money. Now, SSL monthly burden on taxpayers, $15 million a month is what the tune of this will become for Jamaica's taxpayers to foot this bill, because they want to continue to run the company, continue to pay the employees of this thieving company while they figure out what happened in the fraud case. I'm saying, at this point, shouldn't they be like closing down the entire company, liquidating their assets, and using whatever is found to pay back the people them who they stole from and call it a day? Shouldn't that be what's happening? Yeah, Crystal G, private funds, not the party. Okay, because there's a difference. Okay, we buy that. Me not buy that. So Buju Banton himself had something to say about this. I just want you to hear Buju words, right? Buju says this.
Finance, like I say, a private company in SSL, rob up and thief up much money from people like Usain Bolt and all the guys there. Them want the Jamaican people now go back and pay this private company for the money them and them friend them invest and thief up and laugh up. So more and more long they want to take Jamaican people for food for. And how long we not sit down and make them ship and all. You have to wake up, because them people don't care about I and I. Yeah? That's it. You have to wake up higher. Them abuse you have to stop.
I know.
If it's an attempt to wake you up, make us say we are fool. If you not try show, if you not buy for some food, the store you want to buy it from, I'm going to go bring it back. Because the food you want to buy no good.
I know.
Yeah? When you buy a sense of the man, I think it was a food. You have to carry it back to the store. Lord God Almighty, if I talk, I weep. But remember, we have to reap what we sow, All man have to reap what them sow. If they sow good, they reap good. If they sow wickedness, they reap wickedness. If they sow righteousness, they reap righteousness.
See it.
You're not getting no better than that. You see what people?
Now,
Our Minister of Finance, I tell the people in Jamaica, say a private company in SSL, rob up and thief up much money from people like Usain Bolt and all the guys there. Them want the Jamaican people now go back and pay this private company.
Listen. I see people in the comment section, quite a few of them are saying Buju Banton him need to shut up because all them do is hide behind camera and hide on them property behind big wall and just play games with people. Them say these things and them not really mean nothing and all this. Why don't you come out into the streets and lead the people to this new revolution we are talking about and all this? Hear me out, man. Hear me out. Come out and make you kill him? You think Buju an idiot? You think Buju don't see that lives are easily bought and sold in Jamaica? You think him not see say it don't cost nothing for a man pay 1 hour or some little small change dinner money to come kill him? But come out into the streets and lead. Come out into the streets and lead who? A bunch of people who don't want to be led. People are telling you from day one, say, you need to stop worship your politicians and start actually voting them out. Stop being aligned to one political party. When one does not do what you wanted done, vote them out and give the other one a chance. When them don't do it, vote them back out again. Keep letting them know. Even if you say, I don't know about the third party, I'm just going to stick to the two evil we know. Even if you're going to say that, switch them out regular. Every election, switch out to the next one and let them know that, okay, you're only here for 1 term. So you better straighten up. And them want more than 1 term. So guess what they're going to do? They're going to start straightening up. But because them know that all you do is worship them and you're subservient to them, them give you all kind of something to deal with. So it's the people, right? Buju are telling people themselves to wake up and boy, you know what? I don't feel like him need to sacrifice him life and be out in those streets for people who don't want to save themselves. Now, this brother actually breaks it down in a more intellectual way where you can understand. So please listen to this brother right here, so. Let me see.
The finance minister of Jamaica recently announced that the government, aka taxpayers' money, will be used to fund salaries and operational expenses along with legal fees for now embattled investment firm SSL. Now, Jamaica, you tell me, what is the connection between this government and this company that taxpayers, innocent taxpayers, suffering taxpayers, needy taxpayers must foot a $15 million monthly bill for a company that has brought shame and disgrace to the nation. Back to school time. How many kids out there don't know how the school fee will get paid? The book list is still outstanding. The uniform is not there, not even a haircut. They don't know how they're going to ride the bus to school. What about the back to school grants? What about the school book grants? What about the school fee grants? What about the bus ride grants? We're here supporting a criminal entity. How about you shut the company down and continue your investigation? How about you seize the travel documents of the persons of interest in that organization so they can't move? You are paying almost $500,000 monthly to people who have brought shame and disgrace to the nation. But yet you have small farmers who can't get grants. You have young business entrepreneurs who can't get grants. You have aspiring business persons who can't get grants. You have kids who can't buy their school books. You have kids who can't afford lunch at school. But we can expend $15 million monthly to SSL. Help me to understand the logic. Oh yes, we want to ensure the investigation continues. Lock down the firm. According to the finance minister, the company, the firm, SSL, has no viable financial future. So why all this investment at the expense of taxpayers?
Make it make sense.
Help us to understand that.
Make it make sense.
When you all come onto these news mediums and you speak as though you're speaking to a dumb nation. Like no one understands, no one has brains. But you actually have smart people out here who are questioning the nonsense that takes place among our leadership structure. And it is time for us to stand up as Jamaicans and say this now go work. We as taxpayers now pay this. Come here. I need your help.
Right. And let me find out. So I will leave a link so you can go check out these two brothers, because one of them is more like, not really a comedian, but he does like reaction videos. And the other one, I believe, if those of you who know who he is, you can put his link, post a video, you can explain hashtag something, something. Them don't have them links right there, so, but I will find their links. I'll find their links and post it for you. I believe that the other brother is a doctor, or he has some kind of doctoral qualifications, because he is referred to as Dr. So-and-so. But anyhow, end of the day, this is where we're at. These are the type of atrocities that are going on. This is how we're treated as a people. They always dress up in them nice suit and tie and come talk to we like we don't have no sense. Little idiot commoners have no sense. And they'll just go right along with it, man. George, you think it will work? Yes, man, I think it will work. You just say, all of them are fool. Even the smart one, them are idiot too, you know. Yeah, they kind of, them are going to pay it and them not say nothing else. That's how I feel. That's how I feel. I feel like they're sitting behind their desk somewhere in some back room just laughing at the Jamaican people. Jamaican people are tired of this. We're not tired of it. I mean, how blatant can the disrespect be? Buju Banton was trying to do a non-profit organization, and they told Buju Banton that them can't give him the permit to do the non-profit organization in Jamaica because of his past, because of what happened in the US, right? And why he went to prison. So them can't do the non-profit organization, them can't give him a go. And all Buju want do is do a non-profit and help the youth them that can't help themselves and further some youths in the country. And they won't. But here they are telling us, the Jamaican people, say, that bill here is yours. This, and make no mistake about it, SSL, from the bottom, from the top to the root, it's a criminal organization. People's money went missing, and everybody over there threw up them hand and said, I don't know. Me never see when the money walked past and left. It's a criminal organization. and they're investigating, trying to get to the bottom of what happened to the people and money. So why are we funding the company and keeping the company afloat and keeping those same people paid by taxpayers' dollars? This is the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard. Let me say this on SSL. The governing bodies that stood around for years and let SSL slide and slide repeatedly, them need to go to prison first because they were getting their kickbacks. I'm not saying allegedly. I just feel like they were getting their kickbacks all along, and them knew all along that this cookie was gonna crumble. Live on the air with SouFLo. Good morning.
Yo, big up SouFLo.
Manners and respect, family. What go on?
Yeah, man.
Yes,
You
sir.
see the thing with the banking system, in most of the country them in the Western world, they are run by the same policy with a central bank. And the central bank set the interest rate policy to the rest of the bank. And that's how most countries try to manage the economy. Because they can literally create unemployment or employment by just manipulate the rate them. Because right now, you notice that inflation high from what it is, and now interest rate gone up with it. So a house used to be 200 grand with a 3% mortgage, then payment might be 1,500 a month. But now like now that a 7% for a 30-year mortgage, that same 1,500 they turn into 3,500. So a lot of people get priced out of the market just because of the changing of the rate them. So now what happened to the bank then? Even bank in America, we must say a bigger bank than what collapse in Jamaica, collapse in California, SVB, because then the thing say inflation was one of the transitory. So now for the bank then, see them for bonds and loans, for some low interest rate, hope say the rate they need to come back down. But now that the interest rate then more than triple, what they used to be 3 years ago. The bank I take some massive loss month after month. So the weakest domino then fall first. So now think about it, $80 billion SVB bank collapse. And you see people line up in America and try to get back their money. And then do the same thing. All right. Use taxpayer money and bail out SVB. Because I remember say couple billion here money they did that too. And then get bailed out. Because they overtook from 2009 recession. Them called too big to fail. So
where I say, wait, don't go the long road, my brother. Listen, where I say is basically, this is how they save rich people. Yeah, you have to cut it. You have to cut. I'm not cutting you, but I'm gonna tell you just like this, right? I'm kind of person like this, well-read, well-studied, can go the long route, but sometimes we don't need to go the long route. So Marcus Mosiah Garvey said, if you're gonna talk to the people and you're speaking Spanish when they speak English, it's better you just talk to yourself or don't speak. When I say that, I say this. You see the explanation the way you give, very valid explanation, but it got too deep. Nobody know have no time to hear none of that. And that is a part of the problem because we won't sit to listen long enough. But you have to meet the people where they are at. No, majority of Jamaican people, half a way you just explain, that gone right over them head, and them don't want to hear it neither. They started tuning out from you were 7 words into that sentence. So you have to come to them on a short and say, yo, I see them I try to save some rich people money, and this is how they do. They rob the poor to continue to pay the rich. So nobody don't care about the bank them and what them do and central banking and all that. Nobody cares about it. At the end of the day.
I understand, you're right. But to make it simple, the system in Jamaica, like the system in America, designed to benefit the people on that point also. So if you own property, you own land, you own stocks, the system designed to benefit you.
Yeah, I mean, I know about that. Yeah, okay. All right, good. All right, my brother.
All right, brother.
Yeah, see them long explanation there is exactly how the politician them sound, and the people them just get lost. I said, I just saw vote for him and done here, man. I never want to hear what else they have to say. It's like watching the fine prints on a contract, and you're like, my name bring my glasses to them. I don't care where fine prints say. The big word them look good. You know, sign right there. So the fine print say you signed away your life. But we don't take the time to read the fine prints. See it? Live on the air with SouFLo. Good morning.
Morning, SouFLo.
Good morning, family. How you doing?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm good.
Talk to him, man. Live on the air now.
Yeah.
You have it on speaker or Bluetooth? Can't hear you.
SSL money?
If you're on speaker or Bluetooth, we now can't hear you good.
No, yeah, you hear me now?
Yeah, where you say?
Yeah, man, you get some SSL money?
If me get some?
Yeah.
When me would I get some from? What kind of question that?
No, and what more because we never get none.
Me like.
All more we pay back the money.
Pay back. That's the when a question here, governor try to tie me up. Wait there. Yeah, because none of we not get none of the money. So how are we to pay back where we never get? Them man, they thief the money and gone, you know. Yo, they're wicked enough.
Hey, what kind of circles are going on in Jamaica?
Them wicked enough. But this is the leadership.
Wicked.
This is the leadership. Yeah, from the top, you know. You hear what Andrew said the other day when him tell the people say to justify the multi-million-dollar raise that everyone was given, you know, we can't run the country effectively if our salaries are not up to par. So if we're not getting paid properly, we cannot perform properly.
So true.
Yeah.
One thing we like today, you love Jamaica and you love Jamaica people.
Brother, you talk about? Yeah.
When you talk to the Jamaican people, then brother, I make them wise up, brother, because
we let them
tired. The world, man, you.
We do it till we're tired. Here, one man, over the years we've been doing it, a beer beating we get from the same people and we are trying to save. That's why I know say Buju Banton know that. So Buju now step out in the street, come talk about he's leading no revolution. He knows them we slaughter him out there.
CM1.
Yeah, this
CM1.
My people are so lost that when you're trying to save them, feel like you're against them.
Listen, Marcus Garvey, Carlin, imbeciles, you know, brother. That way below a stupid person, you know.
That's
all. In order to control a set of people, you have to demoralize them and put fear in them.
Well, look at it.
That's why Jamaica people are act up.
Yeah, and look at it. Look at it. It's right before our eyes, just what you just said just now. Demoralized and full of fear. You just said it.
People don't get no SSL money. And Jamaica people must pay that back.
And none of them not really complain neither. You don't see no big protest out the road.
And Jamaica people then take to the world because the man come in front of national, public, everything and say, we don't get what we pay for.
Him tell me to with face. The man tell me to with face. Yo, him tell me to with face, you know. And we still did it.
Why?
Yo, hear me no man.
Jamaica people them are one that stick right now. Never take the car from bad to word.
To Wasara.
Hey, it's the first call I will come in and call. We understand what I'm saying, because I go through that issue there, brother. The man them raise up the mortgage.
See
in a less than 6 months time.
See
I mean, I tell you, the people them not have an understanding what he must say, because majority of Jamaica people them not have no education towards certain things or certain knowledge. Jamaica people them are the best people in the world, you know.
Facts.
You know what I
say?
We are the whole long Jamaica people, you know, but here what happened? The same set of people them were dead them and them were uneducated. We have knowledge and experience, you know. But we don't have the knowledge towards certain things. That's why the country are going in the direction they, you know. And if I may make sure tell the people who want to listen to this, if nothing never did there at Jamaica, you wouldn't have so much people that come.
All right.
If nothing never did there.
All right. You know, see no matter how high we murder rate go, and no matter how people overseas, oh my God, Jamaica is like they're leading in the world in murder rate and whatever. you see how tourism industry boom regardless. When you do at Jamaica, right? You know, so the tourists them all over the place now. Them not afraid. They're everywhere.
Man. If nothing never there at Jamaica, bro, nobody wouldn't come.
Facts.
Listen me, no, man. And them no want Jamaica to produce finished product. They want raw material from Jamaica when they value nothing.
What them can go use and turn into something valuable. Nyam it out.
And me I tell the people in this. Jamaicans, if a country do not have no factory, it can't grow up. It cannot grow, it will never grow up. You know, since I pay a hotel and this and that and call center, they not put up no factory.
No manufacturing and one.
The people them. And then she said, look at this, you want to sugar and them a tell about go pay money. You shouldn't even say that all the time. You forget a lick in your mouth to that.
But I for show you how disrespectful they are, my brother. Cause all right, so that tax there, right? The extra tax there, right? You know, so them could have make the people pay that without making the people know so them a pay that. Because like when time you get paid, right? When you get paid up here, say you're there foreign, you get paid. You get your pay stub. Most people don't even look on the other part of them pay stub that tells you FICA come out tight and this and that come out tight. Them don't look on it, right? Them could have did the same thing. Them could have did the same thing with the SSL $15 million money here. But to show you how them underrate the people and disrespectful to the people, them say me I go tell you to your face, you will have to put this $15 million month bill, and it is for SSL. And the same thieving company, we're going to keep it afloat with your money.
Now, all of the things, portion of things. What the money there?
It's on a yacht out to sea. It's in an account in Sweden. They're all over the place. What do you mean?
And the next thing too. Big housing trust. All for their money now to get this up. All for their money to get mixed up.
All right. Talk no man.
Housing trust bigger than Mr. Bolt.
Talk no man. Yeah,
Bolt. Brother, I'm telling you this. The corruption. Sometimes when I think about the water come on me, yeah, my youth. When I say no lie, bro. You look at islands and mash up and the man give away everything. Man send out the best part everywhere.
And we just witness it, you know.
Yeah.
And it's like there's nothing to be done.
May I tell them, you can allow for them people there come take over the land and push we off because that's them do basically. Them man already secure them pension and where them are going to live with them family and everything, and we were born in the country which is a native to the land. We not get nothing. You see what we get dirt and lick off of the shit stick. That's alone we get.
That's alone.
So talk to them for me, you know. Just talk to them for me and wise them up, you know.
Manners and respect, my brother. I will try. I will continue to try.
All right, my boss.
Manners. Yeah. It is like that, and that's what it is. So at the end of the day, I'm just letting people be aware, and I'm telling you that there's something you can do as a people, but we talk till we blue in the face, okay? And we get the most beaten for trying to wake up those who are asleep. I'm convinced that most of our people don't want to be awoken because they're comfortable in their slumber. And I've said it before, I'm going to say it again. I stop feel sorry for Jamaican people because it seems like they love complaining and then they love doing the stuff that caused them to complain as well, right? When you tell them to do certain things, they don't do it. Nobody does it. But then the complaining continues. The blatant disrespect of your leaders tells me you should not have any loyalty to these leaders. You should hold these leaders accountable. And if they are not able to perform their duties, one term, vote them out. Next person in. You can't do it either, vote that out. Next election, find a new party. Something like that. but they prefer to stick. Me, I stick with the one, even when I know, yeah. Okay, well, continue. Because that's like somebody strangling you, and them a squeeze tighter and tighter, and the next man over, so I try to take off the hand, right? And you're like, no, make him strangle me, go on. I go just stay over here, so I stick with the one, even come in and know where you I try to take the hand off, but probably I go strangle me too. There are things that can be done. We have to unite and do them, but the people them not listen. Ah, boy. All right. So I'm going to clamp these two stories together. These are our closing stories for this morning. I see a situation happen. We're switching gears. A businesswoman was shot dead in Westmoreland, and the alleged killers were mobbed by angry residents. I see somebody, I don't know, so wifey come from Westmoreland already. I see somebody say Westmoreland is the wrong place for you to go and do certain things because the people in Westmoreland, them jungle justice is their thing, right? If them catch you in there, you're not coming out there. That kind of stuff. I saw the video, I can't show you the video, when one of the man them actually got chopped while the police did that. Them chop him, because them they chop them up, right? They tried to escape in nearby bushes, but the nearby bushes did not save them this time, so that wasn't the headline. But this speaks deeper to something else that I'm going to speak about. So it was a case of murder and immediate jungle justice in Westmoreland on Monday morning after a businesswoman was gunned down and her alleged killers were subsequently attacked by machete-wielding residents in a bizarre turn of events. The deceased has been identified as 39-year-old Lativa Helps. Her picture is the picture of the brown skin lady you see on the front of the icon for this video this morning with the pretty face. We're in the corner, them just gun down the woman. So hear this though. Also known as Lati, because that's what the community calls her. Reports indicate that Lati, who owned and operated Lati's Sports Bar and Restaurant, she arrived at her place of business. I wonder if some of them people here actually watch, because they be calling while I'm reading and stuff. But anyhow, reports indicate that she owned and operated Lati's Sports Bar and Restaurant, and she arrived at her business, right, shortly after 8 a.m. in the morning when she was confronted by gunmen on a motorcycle. The men allegedly asked her to identify herself first. This is how me know that this is a hit. Make sure you kill the right person, you know. So them have the nerve enough to run up on her and ask her for her identity. Hear this though. She reportedly attempted to run off, but one of the men them chased her and shot her multiple times in the upper body. This is her here as well. Crazy, you know. Crazy, you know. I want y'all to notice the kind of people that they're killing out of Jamaica. Between the brain draining of all the teachers and surgeons and everybody who have some sense leaving because there are greener pastures overseas, whether it be a paycheck or just safety, and then whoever is left that is trying to do something, them turn target. They turn target. Extortion is a big thing in Jamaica. Somebody says, SouFlo, please speak about extortion, because in Jamaica, it seems like everybody has to pay it. I remember I told y'all I was brainstorming up a business idea. Cause my whole intention is to go back to Jamaica, go live one day, like live out my days there. But I don't want to just be sitting down on my veranda. Hi, Mas Ruby, Mas Clevie. Hey, Miss Ruby, how you doing? More be active, right? And I'm thinking of something to do. I said sports bar and grill would be nice, something by the beach. That way I can enjoy myself while I provide a service and earn a living at the same time and provide for, you know, employment for my people as well. I have a cousin down there, and my cousin said, cuz, I know so you going up. You can't just drop in here from foreign as a black man and just open up sports bar and grill and something. Him say you're gonna get extorted. I said nobody can extort me, because first person will come talk about yo the dance, and me slap it in him face, him not even go back and Dan go tell the dance say, boy the man say him not pay it, you know. Yeah, because I would end up being a real killer down there. right? Them would have just known me as the man where you don't even talk to. See, my cousin said, listen, not only will they, I said, nobody can stop me. Him say, you know, hear what me I say, cause then we make sure, say, nobody not come at your business. If them not kill you first, then we make sure nobody don't come there. Either them burn it down or them shoot it up and make people afraid to come there or whatever. I said, damn. You know, looking at that, I got discouraged. So I stopped brainstorming about how to open a successful business in Jamaica. Now you have to understand that there are many more people who actually tried and lost their lives doing it. And then there are those who wanted to, like myself, that are looking in different directions now because this continues to happen. This continues to happen, right? And I can't help but think back to the movie Shutters, where him say, you see everything around there, so where you see from a little shop, them a house, them and something where you see down a road, I come up, when I come up a hill, yeah, the whole of them have to pay me a little thing, you know, to exist. And I remember what's his name saying, Kamani said, that's extortion, nigga. And he was like, I saw you call it, me call it reparations or something like that, him say, right? And I'm thinking, did they just take a rip-a page out of Shatter's book and it became real life for us? Was that a case where art wasn't imitating life, but life started imitating art to the point where it became normal? Anyhow, I can't be a hypocrite without saying Sprague Benz did try to make an amends, realizing the impact of Shatters. He tried to come back with a new film the other day that actually shows a more teaching, positive lesson and stuff. But what horse has gone out the gate already has gone out the gate already, right? I don't want to say too little, too late, but it is what it is. So the Observer Online understands that as the men fired, and as the men tried to escape, they were struck by a bus because there was a bus driver who was driving his bus and he saw what was taking place and he knows Lati. So I'm using bus and him lick down the youth them off of them bike with the bus. The youth them jump off the bike and run into the bushes. The community chased them into the bushes. And the police says that one of them was chopped multiple times and he died. He succumbed to his injuries. The other one is at the hospital and he is in critical condition. I think that is the one that I saw got chopped on camera. The video, which has now gone viral on social media, shows angry residents with machetes arguing with the police and the military to free the injured man so that they could complete the jungle justice. Actually, one of them said, let him go, make we kill him. And the police have said, police have him gun in him hand and him say, me can't do that. Help's cousin, who spoke on condition of anonymity, told Observer Online that she had been robbed just this Friday night, gone them rob our business. And additionally, she had fallen victim to another robbery just about 2 months ago. So it's like they constantly robbed her business. I can't believe them killed my cousin. She was parked in her vehicle and she saw two men on a motorbike in mask ride up. She called and she told somebody that it looked like them are gonna rob the bar again, you know. But this time they didn't rob her. This time they came for her life. The cousin described her as a hardworking, kind, and loving person who has been operating her business right there since 2016. And her business grew, and her business became successful, and she became a target, and now she is dead. Since 2016. Them people are grieve my soul because enough of them youth here, none of them now hold no job from 2016 to 2023. And if I can't wrap my mind around how we get to the place where you just start take contract and kill people who don't have nothing to do with you, never offended you in any way, never did anything to harm you, and you can just ride up and just take away a woman's life like that. You have no care if she has children that depend on her. You have no care that this is somebody's daughter, just like you might have a daughter, just like you might have a sister, a mother. Them just ride up and just identify yourself. Let me know, say you're the right person. And you name Lottie, and she must have said Jesus Christ and start run. and you run her down, Papa, and murder the woman just like that. She's running. She died in fear. Damn, man. This is what we've become. This is what we have become. Yeah? I can say my condolences goes out to her family and all this stuff, but God Almighty know. We do enough of them condolences here, and I'm telling you that when you lose a close family member like this, you see, she look young. She look like her parents them probably still alive, right? When you lose your child like this, in this manner, no amount of my condolence, you don't even want to hear nobody tell you condolences. You just want some justice. Yeah? She's young. Both her parents are probably still alive. And they're going to have to mourn their child and bury their child. Another case of this. Yes, Steve James. They said it was out of jealousy. Out of jealousy. So the order of the day is if you're going to do business in Jamaica, then you have to be friends with some gunman. If you're not a killer yourself. Because that's what it's going to have to come down to in order for you to run a successful business and live on the island. You have to go kill 2 people. You have to go make people understand, say, I'm here to stay, kind of thing. That's crazy. That's crazy. That's very damaging for Jamaica in the long run, because this is exactly the reason why a lot of people who went away for years, expatriates, who went away, they got their degrees, they got their training, their skills, their education, their experiences. They can't come back and give any of that to the country. So yeah, the brain drain, plus nobody bringing back anything. And you know, some Jamaicans still have the nerve to talk about, oh, no, can't stay foreign. Me, I go back. I'm one of them that say I'm going back, but I no longer fault people who say they're not going back, because I understand now. When we did first start YouTube, we used to say something different, but I understand now why they're not going back. Who doesn't want to be safe? Who the hell wants to die at 31, gunned down in the streets for nothing other than for trying to be something? Ross, nobody no want to live like that. I mean, no say, I stay foreign and keep myself safe. I have a 99% chance of actually living till me old. Yo, we have to do better than this, Jamaica. And on the heel of that and her death, it comes the news that 69 taxi operators have been murdered from January till now in Jamaica. 69 taxi operators. And the article that says 69 taxi operators murdered so far for the year, the article speaks of extortion. And it says extortion is the main cause, and that we are aware that our taxi operators are being extorted. There's not much that can be done about it, all this other stuff. So what you're telling me then is a gunman run the place. Yeah, gunman run the place. And again, your politicians who you vote, and I know you're going to say, here you go again, blaming government, but it's the mind of the people them. Let me say something before me go on to my last topic about the girl we get licked with the brick, because that's how I want to close. Government is put there to govern. Long time ago, it was decided that government was needed because when a society, a group of people are put together, all created with and given free will, all hell is going to break loose, right? So government has the responsibility to govern. That means whoever amongst this population feel like them can live above the law or outside of the law, and they can be unlawful and unruly as possible and just walk and murder with impunity and take what them want and all that, you as government supposed to set standards to make sure that that doesn't happen so frequently. So for the people them who always feel like them have to protect and defend them politician, the people have lost their mind. These people among us who have the country in such a grip of fear have lost their friggin' minds, and them better than the government. So at them I run the place and government now do them job. That's it. So again, stop worshiping your leaders, start holding them accountable. If them say them are going to be hard on crime and how much people are going to lock up by the end of the year, and watch and see if you can't go sleep in your room with your door them open and something, we're supposed to see enough door fly off. We're supposed to see enough people are running, enough soldier and police are running. We're supposed to see whole heap of surprise raids. We're supposed to see people being held, tried, convicted, locked away, life sentences. We're supposed to see activities. We're not supposed to see our security forces telling the gunman and badman them say, we will be in your area on Monday at 7 p.m. and we'll be there for 7 days. And then on the 7th day, we're going to leave. And then they do exactly that. That tell me there's something wrong. That tell me there's something wrong. It look like everybody is in cahoots against the people. Now that's the vibe I get. Do they really want to fix up the place? Or are we going to continue to see more of this? Yo, last one for the morning. And this is how we go out of here. Ladies, this one is especially for you. And I want you to listen, and I want you to listen carefully. All right? There's a lady who, let me get back into my videos because I want you to see this and I want you to hear it. There's a young lady who somebody slapped her with a brick. Let me take this phone call here real quick. Good morning. We're doing all right, Keenan. Can you call me at 10? Okay. Well, I'm telling you when you can get me because I'm dead in the middle of something. So try 9:45. All right. All right. Let's finish up like this. I know I have one 9:45 appointment, you know, but I'm stretching it this morning because I missed you. And I feel like we had so much to discuss. I mean, just have to get it out there. So 9:35, 40, 45. We have 10 minutes. Good. Let's see this.
All these black men just what?
A lot of you probably have seen this video. Let's start out with when you look on the video, you're close, right? All right, let's go with this one. Give me a minute. Here we go.
Me in my face with a brick and all these black men just what? And they don't give a fuck. Yeah, this man hit me fucking grabbed a rock and it hit me in my fucking face and I would have given him my number. And all y'all just fucking watch. Y'all see that shit? Y'all see that shit? What y'all do? I want y'all to be a man. I want y'all to be a man and fucking do something. Y'all gonna let a man hit me in my face. Man, fuck all y'all niggas. Have I ever done to anybody in my life to deserve this? I never did anything in my life to hurt anybody. Literally, a man asked me for my number. I said no, and he picked up a brick in front of so many men and was like, what are you gonna do? And I told all these men, like, yo, why this man got a brick on my face? And he's holding a brick. And all these niggas is watching. And nobody does nothing. And he hits me in my face and they all just watch. And they let that nigga get in a court. How is this okay? This is what y'all doing to women? Yo, this man just hit me in my face with a brick and all these black men just what? And they don't give a fuck.
So that was her in the hospital, right? And then after she left the hospital, she went back out to the streets where it happened to her and confronted all the guys that hang around that area. And she started belittling and berating them, right? Like they're not man enough. I'm gonna tell y'all ladies something, right? Queens are protected by kings. Listen to me. Queens are protected by kings. Not everybody deserves protection. And I'm sad to say, but it's true. Not everybody deserves protection. Let me explain. I'm gonna give you two examples. One, I think I told this story before. I saw a guy beating his woman. There's a guy that run over there, right? And he was like, "Yo, you can't be fighting no woman. I bet you ain't got no strength for no man." And he knuckled up, right, to try to fight the man so he can stop beating his woman. And the man is getting ready to fight him too. Do you know what this woman did? She jumped on the man back, jumps on his back, lap him around his neck, and start thumping him in the back of his head. Get off my man. I'll never forget this. Get off my man. And now this guy's in front of him, punching him in his face, right? I saw that. I said, I'm staying out of people's business, because she was getting her ass beat, but she was getting her ass beat by somebody that she chose. And this ain't his first time doing that, because no sane person just turn and just start whooping your ass out in public. She been going through that. She know what her relationship entails, and she knows who she's with. Leave her ass alone, right? They scrape the bottom of the barrel, choose the worst of the worst, elevate them as to be the best thing walking until they turn against them. That's one. Another one, this one I saw in Jamaica. In Jamaica, a brother beat up him girl. A brother run over there to try to help her catch one stab in his chest. The one stab, he would flick a ratchet and stab him in his chest. The one stab the brother get. Him spin around and run because he was frightened and collapsed not too far from them and died right there. Now me, being a father of 6 with 6 children that depend on me, you think I'm gonna go just give away my life for any old street walking scallywag, no respect for even herself? I seen a video out the other day where this woman is out in broad daylight in an outfit that looked pretty much like a G-string. It actually was a G-string. And then she had one see-through something over it that looked like a nightie in a broad daylight. And 4 guys were coming this way. She and her man are come this way. And one of them, pow, slap her ass, right? Here she is telling her man, you ain't going to defend me? You're not going to defend me? Oh, you a pussy. You're not going to defend me? Hello. There were many other women that day that passed those guys that have an ass that was as big and voluptuous as yours. And guess what? They did not choose to slap that ass because they couldn't really see it like that. When you dress up your body in a G-string in a broad daylight and carry it out a road, go show it to every man. I'm not walking behind you to be like, oh, the first one slap it, me I go war with him. So I'm supposed to lose my life or lose my freedom because you want to be outside dressing the way how you want to be addressed. You want it to be addressed like that, right? Right. Not every woman deserves you losing your life over trying to protect. See? If my wife and me go out, no matter if our outfit's skimpy or not, if we agreed, right? I just share where I go tonight. Yeah, babe, I like it. Hi, mommy. Hi, Daddy is closing up the video. Yeah, babe, I like it or whatever. It's a whole different story. I'm prepared to defend that, right? But don't just catch me off guard on some strange woman. None of y'all gonna defend me. There's a video out where the guy, I can't play it now because she is in here. A guy from her neighborhood also did a video and explained this girl been trying to go viral. She's filming herself running around, slapping old white people in the face. Bow! And run gone. And she's posting these videos on social media. And he's like, for what? Why are you doing that? And there's your karma, right? White or black, you're just walking around slapping strangers. And your video is called Slapping Strangers. And eventually, so a guy came up to her, tried to talk to her. Let me get your number or something. She didn't want to give him her number. But instead of her saying, no, I'm not interested, she went off on, you're dusty ass, you this, you that, you ugly, you that, you, and then it ended with a brick in the side of her head, right? So when you see some of these women out here complaining about woe is me, and this man is not man enough, and all this, and the black man that, just know this. Me not run, me not give away my life, because not you, I will risk my life to save you, and then you won't even look at her. You won't even look at her. You won't even send $1. Come say hi, Papa. Say morning. You're gone. Babe, help Kai.
Let's go, Kai. Here.
You won't even send $1 to her college fund. You understand? So with that said, kings protect queens. Act like a queen. Move like a queen. And watch how kings move to protect you. All right? Move loosey-goosey. And when nobody don't protect you, don't point your finger over here, because we're not about to throw our lives away for you. With that said, go out there, have a wonderful day. Manners and respect to each and every one of you tuning in. Move conscious. Move with a conscience as well. God go with you. I'll catch you tomorrow. God spare my life. Right here on Morning Thoughts. I'm out. Peace. Say peace, mommy.
Peace.
They're going to see your peace. You got to hold it up higher. You got to hold it up higher, up here. That's your piece?
Mm-hmm.
Why are you staring like that? You trying to read the words? All right. Blessings here. Walk good.
Peace.
Peace.